Всем добрый вечер. Давно не виделись, целый один день. Извиняюсь, что вчера день прошел без стрима. Дело в том, что в воскресенье весь день шел турнир Evolution Франция. Вот, и я его весь смотрел до позднего вечера. Были очень хайповые моменты. Аудитория, конечно, у французов прям мега хайповая. Там такой шум в зале стоял. Каждый раз, когда на экране происходило что-то невероятное. Привет, Термин. Да, это слэшер во вселенной Metal Gear Solid. Это типа сиквел 4-й части. Некоторые считают его каноничным, некоторые нет. Ну, потому что здесь разработчики Platinum Games, хотя под надзором Хидео Кодзимы делали игру, так что... Вот, тут главный герой Райден из 2-й и 4-й частей Metal Gear Solid. Но это только второй раз, когда он играбельный персонаж. В МГС 2 он протагонист, поэтому там всю игру за него играешь. А в МГС 4 он уже чисто такой NPC. В основном в катсценах появляется. Вот, его в 4-й части сделали киборгом. И вот здесь наконец-то дали возможность за него поиграть.
Raiden, I said earlier this is an infiltration mission. But if it comes to combat when rescuing the children, if any attack but
Так, это я уже слышал. Тут примерно после каждой катсцены обновляется кодек. На, будет не забывать слушать его. Тут можно не только в открытую сражаться, тут еще стелсовые убийства есть. Например, вот так вот. Вот тут твоими врагами являются киборги, и их надо особым образом... Так, стоп. Ой, камера у стены, как всегда, работает ни о чем. Тут, в общем, фишка в том, что когда ты доводишь... Угу. То есть мне все-таки лучше по стелсу проходить.
Raiden, if they continue to increase security, they may shut out all outside network connections. Please do your best to avoid being seen.
Блин, я думал, меня перед этой битвой закинут, ну ладно. В общем, когда ты доводишь врагов до стана, есть возможность их особым образом разрубить в режиме Blade Mode. Если ты рубишь там, где надо, ты потом можешь схватить их позвоночник и из него это восстановить свое хп. И прикол в том, что здесь все рубится ровно так, как, ну, как по линии указывается. То есть ты становишься в Blade Mode, рубанул, и именно по этой ровно траектории происходит разрез, и физика правильно на это реагирует. Еще на самом раннем этапе разработки игры, когда ее показывали в самый-самый первый раз, там вот основной демонстрацией игры было то, как Райден разрубает арбуз. Вот, типа, насколько это реалистично выглядит, все дела. Да, на паде. Давайте, нападайте. Вот. Эх, блин. Не получилось. Да ё-моё. Да? Не дают спокойно блейн-модом воспользоваться, а? Тут, наверное, одна из самых удобных систем парирования вообще, что я когда-либо играл в слэшерах. То есть, когда, ну, враг в рукопашку тебя бьет, пули отбиваются автоматически, если ты используешь бег ниндзя. Райден автоматически все пули отбивает. Вот, и когда ты в рукопашку дерешься, там надо, в общем, нажимать в сторону противника, который тебя атакует, и кнопку легкого удара, и это будет парирование. Типа вот так вот оно выглядит.
Is it over?
For now, yeah. But that room, those were cyborg brain casings.
Duh, we saw.
George said they were harvesting organs from kids.
Yes, this must be why they are trafficking children. Perhaps other organs are being sold elsewhere, but they are definitely taking the brains.
Jesus, are they making these kids into cyborgs?
Wait, the cyborgs you've been fighting, did they seem like they might be kids? You said earlier that child soldiers have a telltale approach to combat.
Yeah, but I didn't see it here. Those weren't kids.
So, what? Desperado's just doing the surgeries there?
We've got to do something about all those brains. And the other kids George was talking about. He just escaped a few hours ago. They couldn't have taken all their brains out that fast.
True. There could still be a bunch of kids they haven't touched yet.
I better move.
Если что, серия Metal Gear навсегда была про войну, про военную политику и про то, что все это ужасно сказывается на людях в конечном итоге. Вот здесь, например, мы сейчас выяснили то, что это, ну вот, военная подпольная организация. Это детей-сирот с улицы подбирает и это разделяет их на органы и продает. А мозги, а из мозгов делают киборгов. Эх. Райден тоже когда-то был человеком, ребенком войны. Но теперь он киборг. Киборг-ниндзя. Так. Что-то я забыл, куда мне идти-то. Так, стоп. Была же это, как его, кат-сцена, надо сейчас посмотреть, что нового скажут персонажи.
I'm worried about the kids they haven't got to yet. But what about those brain units? They're just brains, but they're still alive. I won't just abandon them.
Da. I will discuss with Doctor. There must be artificial bodies they can use, not like the combat type you have. Maintenance must be considered, of course, but with today's technology, they can at least live comfortably enough as cyborgs.
Yeah, maybe. Physically, anyway. Society may say otherwise.
Yes, but we will worry about such problems after they are rescued. For now, though, let us concentrate on the intact children first.
You got it.
Raiden, I said earlier this is...
Так, это он повторяет. Значит, ему больше ничего нового. Ему больше сказать нечего из нового.
Man, I couldn't have imagined anyone would cut the brains out of kids.
What are they even doing this for? Why make them into cyborgs?
I don't know. They say child soldiers are both bolder and more obedient than adults, but...
They are, on both counts. But the surgeries alone would cost a fortune, not to mention all the training.
Yeah, I don't get it either. For now, you just look for the kids they haven't operated on yet. We come in too late on this, and things are gonna get a whole lot messier.
You were talking earlier about runaways. Kids who could go back home if they wanted.
Right. A lot of times they're fleeing problems at home. For a kid like that, life on the street's dangerous, sure, but maybe better than the abuse they got at home. They can go home if they feel like it, but they choose not to.
That's a whole other level of tragedy.
It's a pretty common case in Latin America, as opposed to Africa, where you've got a lot of war orphans. Kids like those sometimes get victimized by the people around them, even killed, sometimes by the cops. That's what happened in Brazil in 1993, the Candelaria massacre. 8 kids were killed.
How could families abuse their own kids? What's the trigger?
I was wondering that too. I did some reading up on it. A lot of times the mother remarries, and her husband ends up abusing the kids she brought along. It's actually a pretty common story in first world countries too. The mother's too scared to do anything. She just wants her new man to love her. A lot of the abusers are addicted to drugs or alcohol too, leading to neglect. If their parents can't be bothered to feed them, kids are forced to hit the streets for food and money.
And these are the kids Desperados rounding up? Kinda makes you ashamed to be a human being.
Yeah. It's definitely evil, all right.
But even if we got them out, it's not like they've got happy homes to return to, right?
Exactly. Most of them, well, a lot of them don't make it to see adulthood. Or they join gangs, end up exploiting the next generation. It's a vicious cycle.
Our only option's to follow the money trail. Find out who's profiting from all this. And put them out of business permanently.
Yeah. Guess that starts now, huh? Man, I couldn't have imagined anyone would cut the brains out of kids.
What are they even doing this for? Why make them into cyborgs?
I don't think.
Но это уже повторяется.
We come in.
What do you know about these brain units, Doc?
It is a type of canister conceived to transport a cyborg's brain in a physiologically secure state. It's designed for quick, lower-risk implantation. Each one is equipped with a rudimentary environmental control system. So long as power is uninterrupted, the unit can protect the brain from temperature changes and other fluctuations in the local environment. I would imagine they regulate the brain's supply of oxygen and glucose as well.
That's what I thought. I've seen these before. But I didn't think there were that many of them out there.
Oh, manufacturing's exploded alongside the rise of cyborgs, though they're still made by only one company. The chassis also functions as an impact liner, absorbing impact and preventing organic damage. It's durable against impacts up to 700 G, which would be enough to permanently damage an unprotected brain.
Sounds like military spec stuff.
Well, it would certainly be expected to withstand gunshots or explosions, but the liner is primarily intended to keep the brain safe in the event of an accident during transport. These canisters are quite functional overall and clearly designed for mass production. Costs, you know. However, human brains come in many sizes. Thus, the unit is on the larger side to compensate for a wide range. This unit cannot be used if, as in your case, the subject wishes to retain his original human visage. The brain must instead be transplanted directly into a precision-fitted skull casing. Such customization, of course, does not come cheap, and does nothing to enhance the cyborg's battle skills. It's an option beyond the reach of most. You've surely noticed your cyborg opponents tend to resemble each other. That is part of the reason.
So they're extracting the brains here, then transporting them somewhere else in these things.
Into the US, most likely. Brains alone, after all, would not violate the UN Arms Trade Treaty. I imagine these are intended for implant into bodies manufactured in America.
This is crazy.
Have you located any tripods, Raiden?
None around here.
They may be clustered near a single spot. A maintenance area, perhaps. Have you checked there?
I will now.
Have you located...
Так, это повторение.
You have entered the lab.
Yeah. You're falling behind, Wolf.
My apologies.
It's fine. Just get here as soon as you can.
I have failed in my duties as a scout. There is no excuse. This has never happened to me before.
I said it's fine, Wolf. It's no big deal. Just get here ASAP, okay?
Thank you. I shall redeem myself. I swear that to you.
Okay.
Наш товарищ с искусственным интеллектом.
So, how much do you know about how Desperados operated?
I was at the lowest possible tier of information disclosure, beneath standard contractors. As it was explained to me, contractors need at least some information divulged to them. I did not. As a machine,
I had no contract and no rights. I was kept in the dark. My knowledge is no deeper than what is already generally known throughout the industry.
Couldn't you hack into their network or something? You're an AI.
Perhaps, if I had free access to a computer. Also, hands. Those are necessary to operate a keyboard.
Yeah, but you are a computer.
It is not so simple. There are protocol issues. Neural AIs are far closer in structure to the human brain than standard von Neumann architecture computers.
Well, I would have tried anyway. Did you have contact with anyone besides Mistral?
I engaged in tandem field operations with Sam on several occasions. However, he was even more difficult for me to comprehend than Mistral.
I bet. So you said it took 3 years to learn how to speak, right? Given enough time, could any AI be taught that too?
I cannot assert that. A neuro AI is only capable of learning new things, not growing and replenishing its own cells. Thus, each neuro AI is equipped with a predetermined capacity that cannot be altered. My AI contains 90 billion neurons, more than a human being. A normal LQ-84 model possesses only 1.6 billion.
That's a big difference.
Relatively, yes. I doubt any amount of learning period would enable an LQ-84 to speak. It would be similar to attempting to teach a dog how to converse. A combination of appropriate instruction and an ample neuron count are required to accomplish the feat.
So if someone else made a neuro AI with the same capacity or more...
Other AIs as conversant as I are a possibility, yes. Robotic pets with neuro AIs are already on the market. And I understand research and development are underway to create a model capable of conversation. Do not be surprised if such a pet becomes available before too long.
If that becomes commonplace, hard to imagine.
Is it? The human race has willingly embraced all of its other inventions so far. Steam engines, electricity, the internet, cyborgs. Perhaps the day will come when conversing with AIs, too, is considered perfectly normal.
Maybe. As normal as being a cyborg is now, at least.
The most significant challenge would be in crafting the appropriate training regimen. The only way to establish an effective learning system is through sheer trial and error. And it will take even more time to virtualize and optimize that system for mass production. One could say my own existence is due in no small part to simple luck. Of course, I was a failure as a weapon as well.
Failure or not, you're better off than an AI that knows nothing but how to fight.
I am pleased to hear you say that.
Да, эта игра 2013 года, она предсказала то, что случилось спустя 12 лет буквально. В этом ирония игр Хидео Кодзимы, то, что он многое предсказал, что это прям порой даже пугает, насколько близко он был к истине. Потому что, да, сейчас уже люди заменяют живое общение общением с искусственным интеллектом, чат GPT и вот эта прочая байда. Да-да-да. Ну, по сути, всю ситуацию с ковидом, потому что в Death Stranding же тоже, типа, это мировая катастрофа произошла, которая изменила весь привычный порядок вещей. Также у нас, когда ковид настал, сразу же столько всякого повылезало. Все эти маски, перчатки. Доходило до того, что там в общественный транспорт не пускали.
Let me ask you something. What do you think you're doing here? I mean, why are you working with me?
Because
Ну, это уже повторение.
and
Так, ну все, осталось Кортни.
I can't believe they're extracting children's brains. Can't we do anything?
I don't know. That's something I need to discuss with Doc. For now, I gotta worry about the kids they haven't operated on yet. As long as they're held hostage, no way am I gonna be able to get the brains out of here.
Yeah, you better hurry. Oh, but maybe you should save first. Save complete. Be careful, Raiden.
Ой, она же тоже может еще что-то новое сказать.
What's up? Okay, save complete. Don't let your
Ну это все это. Только один новый диалог был, получается.
Splendid! It is all ours. Now, use it to locate a data input terminal.
These guys are pretty jumpy now. Any funny business, and they might just open fire.
Try latching onto cyborgs' heads from behind. Then, an electric shock should knock them unconscious.
Нравится мне, когда в слэшерах пытаются как-то разбавить геймплей подобным вот образом. Блин. Фух. Так я вообще хоть правильно иду-то? Не, мне кажется, я до туда не допрыгну. Мне, скорее всего, и не сюда надо-то в итоге. Ага. Сейчас подождем, когда он повторит свою рутину и повернется спиной. Вот куда мне надо.
That terminal is most likely designed to download mission data and such into the UGs. Let's try using it to access the lab server. Raiden, I found something. In one of the Sentry Cyborg's visual logs. Guess who shows up?
Patch it through.
Right away.
Send us what you do have. You've already commenced the outplaying.
The Sears program?
Yep. Same one old Georgie boy used on the kids in Liberia. Of course, it's wiped straight to the brain now. Feels as real as anything else.
Your work is astonishing.
And your work is late. We need to shit before our cover is blown. We've got some assholes snooping around.
We just do not have the full quantity yet. Each brain has its own unique requirements. It's not like we can just pop them out with an ice cream scoop.
All right.
Made your point. Oh, thank you for understanding.
Send what you have now. I'll destroy any unharvested inventory.
Okay? But have you any idea what they cost?
Last I checked, children weren't exactly rare in the part of the world. Millions of them, in fact. You can get more once we set up a new lab. They lead lives of hunger and pain. We're performing a service here for them and the cities they burden.
But just gathering the donors required a significant investment.
Yes, you'll get the money. Accounting will be in touch.
Gracias. I assure you we will dispose of our inventory the instant we can confirm payment.
Are we done here? I've got a full slate today. Tecumseh is a demanding mistress, and America has suffered long enough.
Oh, yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Let me see you out.
You see that, Kev? Imani's killer.
Desperado's chief of operations goes by Sundowner, the Californian wildfire.
The kids.
Think we're too late?
Only one way to find out. George was still alive. Maybe the payment hasn't come through yet.
Maybe. But you heard what he said. They've already started some brains on VR training.
There must be more than just what I found here. What about the VIP in the suit?
I'll find out. He definitely seemed familiar.
Right. I'm going after the kids. Any idea who the guy in the suit is, Boris?
No. I feel like maybe I have seen him before. But I am not so up-to-date on US news like Kevin.
Isn't that kind of stuff important, given the business you're in? And Maverick's based in Nevada. I know you're only there a few times a year, but still.
This is why I have staff in America. Excellent workers. They run place for me. No questions asked.
That's not really what I'm talking about, Boris. Any idea who the guy in the suit is?
No, but I am...
Who's the guy in the suit?
Doc's on it. He's running his face through for a match as we speak. But we only got a glimpse. Hard to pull a full set of features to match a photo with. We're gonna need some more time.
Got it.
He definitely looks familiar. But I have no idea where I would have seen him.
Too bad we can't run a search on your brain.
Sometimes it might be nice. Man, I couldn't have imagined anyone would cut the brains out of kids.
What are they even doing this? Why make...
I don't know.
Yeah,
for now, we come in...
Land a flurry of strikes against the cyborg, and his brain-machine interface may malfunction. This will take him momentarily offline. The same applies to UGs as well. Strike often enough, and their AIs become unable to keep up with the required real-time processing. Make that happen, and you can enjoy a decisive advantage. Assuming you have sufficient power, you could even enter blade mode and finish the fight right there. No matter how strong their armor, getting knocked offline leaves them completely vulnerable.
Doc, they're VR training those kids' brains.
Indeed, much as one might expect. Simply installing someone in a cyborg body does nothing to enhance their neural acuity. True combat efficacy requires the right knowledge and the right operant conditioning.
Yeah, but this isn't just normal army training. This is the Sears program.
Indeed, the instructor sends data directly into the brain. The experience is almost impossible to discern from real life.
No, Doc. I'm not talking about the VR tech. The training program's completely different.
It is only VR, Raiden. They are not actually hurt.
Well, right. That's because they don't have bodies to get hurt with. But they still feel pain. Without that, it just isn't realistic enough. That, and with this training, you're the one doing the killing. Not just the soldiers, innocent people, POWs, civilians.
I see. So that is what the Sears program is.
Yeah. Look, I gotta move. Out. Doc, they're VR...
Indeed. Simply true.
Повторение.
Indeed.
No, Doc.
It is...
Well, but they stacked. Not... Yeah. You ever see the guy in the suit before?
I am sorry. No.
Nothing in your database?
I have no database, Raiden. The symbol grounding capabilities of my Neuro AI allow me to identify faces in only the vaguest of terms. I can judge whether I think I may have seen him before, but I do not have the accuracy of a database.
Well, that's ridiculous. You're an AI.
An AI modeled after the human brain, and thus as flexible and occasionally vague as any humans. Of this man, however, I have no recollection. I do not believe I have encountered him before. Most likely.
Oh, man. Let me ask you something. What do you think? I mean...
Because I hope
what do you think?
if you... However, and as...
Know anything about the guy in the suit, Courtney?
Not a clue. Sorry. I feel like I might have seen him somewhere, but...
Yeah. It's a pretty common-looking face.
Doc's analyzing all his facial features right now. He should have something for you soon.
All right. I've got a few things to do here anyway.
Yep. Do you want to save first? Okay. Save complete. Don't let your guard down, okay?
Так, и еще разок.
You okay, Raiden? Save complete. Be careful, Raiden.
Все, со всеми снова поговорили, можем двигаться дальше. Ой. Чисто фаталити Сабзира. Позвоночники вырывать. Ну, либо как хищник. А этот-то что лежит? А, это которого я вырубил за этого. Все. Посох из рук, буквально. Оружие, которое я получил за босса. Блин, я должен был сюда за этого сходить. Райден-то не может туда проникнуть. Черт. Ну, ничего страшного. Это всего лишь коллекта было.
Bad news, Raiden. We can't find George.
What?
Maybe the coordinates you sent us were off?
No way. I merged the GPS location of our entry with all my movement data from that point on.
This is bad.
You think they got to him first?
I don't know. I'll have our guys sweep the area.
Thanks. I better keep moving.
Так, что-то много взрывных бочек. Понятно.
Bastard is blocking the way. Push that thing back.
Ой. В смысле, это как он стреляет? Застанили. А, ну куда же без этого? Господи, я не помню, как с такими сражаться вообще. О. О. Не успел спарировать. Странно, конечно, что на таком боссе Rules of Nature играет. Наконец-то. ГГВП.
Right. I knew I'd seen that guy before. Stephen Armstrong. As in Colorado Senator Stephen Armstrong. They're already talking about him as a shoo-in for the nomination in 2020. And get this. 2 years ago, a federal grand jury investigated his ties to a certain private...
World Marshal. One of the biggest PMCs out there. I remember.
The biggest, ever since the Big Five split up. Not to mention the single largest investor in military cyborg R&D in the world. Guess that answers the question of who's backing Desperado.
Marshall and Desperado in bed together. Should make for some fun headlines.
Headlines? This is World Marshal and a U.S. Senator we're talking about. There won't be any headlines. Even without the Patriots filter, no major media outlet will investigate allegations like these. It'd be financial and political suicide.
So we just what? Sit back while they keep carving up kids, stand aside while they build an army of cyborgs? You heard them. We shut down one lab, they build another. They're planning something big, Kev. We can't just wait for it to happen. We need to hit them first and hit them hard where it counts.
No, Raiden, no. I know what you're thinking, and Just know, Colorado is in America, and America has these things called laws.
Mm-hmm. And law enforcement in Denver was privatized and farmed out to...
Marshall, yes, so what? There are still laws, and it's their headquarters, for Christ's sakes. You'd be heading right into the heart of a raging shitstorm.
I didn't say it would be easy. We'll figure it out once the kids are safe.
Jesus Christ. Kevin, out.
Необычно вообще то, что такой гипертрофированный, практически анимешный слэшер в плане постановки и вот зубодробительности, ураганности, ну, вот такой, ну, превращается в такой сложный политический триллер, грубо говоря.
So World Marshal is backing Desperado,
You don't exactly sound surprised.
I did not catch it on the nose, but I did have a hunch it was this sort of thing.
Well, you're the boss. What do you think? Can we take them on?
What I think no longer matters here. As Kevin says, we have no legal grounds to stop them. And you? What would you have us do? Storm their headquarters? Kill them all? Will that make you feel better?
No, I mean, look, you heard him. They're already in VR training.
Raiden.
The Patriots may be gone, but it hasn't changed shit in the US. A handful of elites still get away with whatever the hell they want.
Raiden, calm down. Focus on rescuing the kids first. We will talk about this later.
Yeah, copy that. Anything on George yet?
No. I think maybe they took him away.
Or worse.
Perhaps. Remember what that man said. There was matter of payment, but he doesn't need to wait for anything here. He can kill those prisoners anytime he wants. And as for escapees, they're more easily killed than captured.
Damn it! I knew I should have stayed with him until our guys showed up.
Raiden, the other children are not safe either. That payment may already have been made for all we know. And they know you're there, too. They may decide to simply dispose of children before they escape. You must hurry.
Anything on George yet?
No.
Or worse.
Damn it. Right, that they may...
Any sign of George?
Not yet, no. Our men have split up to canvass the area. You just worry about the kids in the lab for now.
Understood. What do we know about Armstrong?
Plenty. Texas born and raised, played quarterback at UT. He was slated for the pros, but wound up joining the Navy after graduating. Said he wanted to serve his country instead. After that, moved to Colorado. Served in the state senate before getting elected to federal office. But this can probably wait.
Ah, yeah, you're right. Any sign of George?
Not yet. Our men, you just...
That UG, made in the East?
Indeed. The Grad, Russian for hail. It is built by the ally Vishnyovyeki Machine Works Design Bureau in Dnipropetrovsk, Ukraine.
That's not easy to remember. Is it an old Soviet firm?
Indeed. Technically, the UG's name is pronounced Grad, the Ukrainian way. But most in the business pronounce it as Grad, Russian style.
Crazy to think I'd find something like that in Mexico, of all places.
Well, drug cartels have been using Russian and Eastern European weapons for quite a while now, you know. Of course, the arms trade treaty should have made importing something that size rather challenging.
Not for whoever's backing these guys, I guess.
I must admit, I never expected to see my magneto-stricted actuators in action again.
Magneto what?
An actuator that takes advantage of the change in shape when certain materials are magnetized. It was one of my many research subjects back in East Germany.
So you think that research made it to the Ukraine and got picked up by the whatever?
Indeed. This great technology made under the communist ideal being used for something like this. My days of adhering to that sort of dogma are long over, but still, it saddens me to see this.
Don't let it bother you, Doc. You made me too, right? And now your latest creation is gonna take them down.
Indeed. I look forward to the day. So, World Marshal was Desperado's benefactor all along, No wonder they were able to deploy cyborgs in such numbers against you.
If they'd already started putting those kids through VR training, is it possible I'm actually fighting some of them here?
From the sound of things, the VR program had only just gotten underway. The brain can only process so much stimuli at once. You can speed up VR training for a UG to some extent, but not for a cyborg. I sincerely doubt they could complete a full training program in such a short time.
Yeah. Most of my training in Liberia was on the field. But it took a few months before I was in any way useful in combat.
Indeed. I suppose you'd know more about how child soldiers fight than the rest of us here, Raiden.
Yeah. I guess I'd be able to tell if they were children. Kids do fight differently from adults.
So, well, no one...
If they... Is it...
Come to the break, I
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah.
То, что вот Райден говорит, то, что типа вот он, ну вот, в курсе всяких вот этих техник, как детей обучать, ну потому что он сам был продуктом подобной технологии, скажем так, технологии воспитания.
Desperado's backer has been identified. What will you do now, Raiden? Will you attempt to destroy World Marshal?
Kevin's right. It's not that simple.
Both a direct attack and a legal approach present problems. Either course will likely lead to additional conflict.
We can figure it out later. For now, we're getting those kids out.
That remains your intent? I cannot fully agree with that course of action, but I will support your decision. I will continue to scout ahead. George is missing.
Yeah. I should have had you stay back and watch him.
I should have been more cautious as well.
Listen, you should head back to the sewer and help out with the search. I'm gonna keep moving.
Understood.
Wolf, what's your status?
I am en route to George's last known location. I will handle this assignment. You may return to your mission.
Wolf, what?
I will...
Все. И Кортни.
Got anything on George?
Not yet. I hope he's okay.
This is my fault. I could have stayed until someone came to pick him up.
Come on. Who knows what would have happened to the other kids in the meantime? Or even now, for that matter.
You're right. They're gonna be in even more danger soon enough. And there's a chance George is still safe. Somewhere.
Yeah. I'm sure he's fine.
I'd better move.
World Marshal. I never would have guessed it. I mean, they're huge. They advertise on TV with Hollywood celebs and everything.
Yeah. It builds their brand and influences how the mass media treats them. When a company's got nothing to sell, and a huge ad campaign to sell it, that's usually a bad sign.
But... I don't know. I thought they were like us. I guess I thought they actually prided themselves on following international law, keeping people safe. A lot of their guys aren't even contractors. They help militaries with logistics support, that kind of thing. I mean, I went to college with people who have jobs there.
Sorry to hear that. Guess the ad campaign worked on them, huh?
So, what now?
First, we rescue those kids. After that, we talk things over with Boris and everyone else.
Gotcha. Okay, I'd better save your data, huh? Alright, save complete. Please be careful, Raiden.
Мне еще нравится, как вот Platinum Games сохранили все-таки вот этот классический дух кодека, то, что здесь тебя тоже сохраняет девушка, вот, и при этом каждое сохранение сопровождается, ну, достаточно таки объемным диалогом. Здесь, конечно, покороче, вот, в самих там Metal Gear Solid там кодеки значительно дольше, но все равно как бы это здорово.
Got anything on George?
Not yet.
I could.
Come on, we're even.
You're right. There's.
Yeah.
Все повторения. Так. Тут же нету никаких ящиков. Так. Ну, скан ничего не показывает, так что можно двигаться дальше. Блин, с ракетницами. А, у меня же, наверное, есть EMP-гранаты, нет? Так, вот это вроде бы оно. Ой. Ах. Дайте мне руку. Черт. Надо перезапуститься, потому что надо им эти руки все-таки отрубать, стараться. Ну и плюс это сейчас хоть гранаткой, может быть, не это. Ой. Не, они меня это распознают. Так, сейчас главное первый не промахнуться же гранат. Да! Вечно кнопки путаю. Рука. О, отлично. Фух. Все, главное, что руку отрубили. То, что я позвоночник не выдрал, это не так уж и страшно. Позвоночник это в первую очередь просто отхил и восстановление блейд мода. Так что переживу. А вот отрубленные руки, они там, ну, какие-то бонусы дают, насколько я помню.
An artificial blood cryopreserver. They must have begun preparatory freezing.
What do you mean?
That device is filled with synthetic blood plasma. It can slow the metabolism of a harvested organ, circulating this plasma to sustain oxygen levels. You can preserve an arm, a brain, any body part for several hours.
So what are they freezing, and why?
I could not say. Perhaps they plan to sell off the organs of the children they were told to dispose of.
Unbelievable.
You had best hurry, Raiden.
Right.
Так, VR-миссия получена. Вроде бы конец главы.
Shit!
Hey, stop right there.
George!
Raiden?
You've heard of chloroform? A potent anesthetic in smaller doses. But breathe too much of it? And adios, muchachos! Break that glass, and I'll blow his brains out! Surrender! Or decide, the needs of the many, or the needs of the few.
Raiden, don't worry about me now.
Quiet, pendejo! Surrender! I won't ask again.
George, are you sure? I'm ready. Me life now so precious. Ting, what if we can take this skunt to hell with me?
Cállate!
That's all I needed to hear.
Stop it! Now! I'll kill him, I swear!
Ну, вот начало пути обратно к Джеку the Рипперу. Там по лицу было видно, что он получил удовольствие от этого килла. Так. Ой. Ох, какие дорогие-то новые техники. Так, а что там еще-то я могу? Тоже 12к. Так, ХП. Раз уж я на харде играю. И более продолжительный Blade мод. Прикольно, конечно. Но я хочу со временем вот этот из Metal Gear Solid 4 внешку купить. А это просто разные цвета его базового костюма. Я пока что нацелен вот на это, на Metal Gear Solid 4. Но это дороговато, мне сначала надо прокачать свой меч. Так, и второе оружие. Так, у меня же еще скиллы есть, не купленные. А, это же вот это брейкданс. Да-да-да-да, помню эту штуку. Он брейкдансил в этом, в кат-сцене Metal Gear Solid 4. Очень культовая сцена, к слову. Блин, ну вот это тоже типа дайв-кик получается. Вот. А я сейчас в воздухе особо ничего крутого делать не умею. Вот. Так что я, наверное, предпочтение пока что отдам дайв-кику. А потом приобретем брейкданс. Он там цепляет, короче, катану к своему каблуку, своей обуви, и начинает крутить брейкданс, разрубая ножки. Так. А, ну все, в принципе.
President Hamilton is on his way to the Middle East this morning for his scheduled visit with Pakistani President Farouk Salam. The meeting is viewed as an attempt by the U.S. to strengthen relations amidst a surge of anti-American sentiment in the region.
Yo, me ninja brother!
George,
Good to see you up and about. How you feeling?
Never better, nah? No pain, no more for star while them hunger space eat, and me never ever feel so awake, nah?
That's because your blood sugar levels are being maintained automatically. Beats the hell out of coffee.
Oh! Me been here you go while I got them scone in the base. Why the rasa you not take me with ya, huh?
Damn it, Doc. Sorry, kid. You'd just be in the way.
Aw.
Besides, I thought you didn't want to be a killer, right?
Me don't, but...
Killing isn't fun and games. Remember that.
Right.
That's all I needed to hear.
It yearns to bathe in the blood of your enemies, but you hold it back.
Yeah, just remember that.
Private, what is this, Garnia? You cannot resign!
Sorry, Boris, it's done. Can't have a Maverick employee involved in a corporate raiding now, can we?
You could at least come talk to me.
No. It was time to break away from the old team, Boris. Past time.
You cannot take on Marshall all by yourself.
I won't sit by while they butcher little kids and ship their parts around like meat. It's sick.
It's not all so simple, Ryder. They import those brains legally. For medical purposes, it's all done.
Being legal doesn't make it right.
Ryder,
Hold that thought.
Fuck you, asshole!
Удачно перелетел.
I will patrol ahead.
Military cyborg, you are not licensed to operate in this area. You're in violation of state and federal law.
Guess you better arrest me then.
183-104.7, threatening a peace officer. Deadly force is authorized.
Ну, это ваш выбор. Ну вот у него, по-моему, сейчас и произойдет тот самый бзик, который мне не нравится. Так. В смысле? Ай. Так, стоп, а как этот дайв-кик делать, который я купил? Блин, а где оно? Ладно, потом посмотрим. А, либо, наверное, надо вот так, что ли, сделать? Что у меня, типа, на тяжелой атаке был меч. А, и правда, вот он появился. Ну-ка. Да, это дайв-кик, самый настоящий дайв-кик. А, волк. Собаку зовут Волк. Эй. Блин. А кто в меня стреляет? Блин, какой же пинок резкий, не успевая спарировать. Перепарировал его. Уничтожить 100 киборгов дали. О! Вот это тоже по-кодзимовски. А я могу, интересно? Есть, товарищ. Но это, кстати, да, это тоже очень кодзимовская тема. В Metal Gear Solid там можно это... буквально листать эротические журналы, и их можно это... оставлять, короче, лежать на полу. И если к ним подходит противник, он может его взять, увлечься, его перелистывать, и ты можешь этим воспользоваться, чтобы там подойти сзади и схватить и вырубить. И прочие вот такие вот ништяки забавные. Так. О! У меня только доктор и Вульф остались в кодеке.
I trust you do not mind my telling George about you, Raiden.
Could have done without that, Doc. He didn't need to know I was here.
Well, there was no reason to conceal that from him. My intention was not to impugn you. He has a right to know. It's not as if he can simply fly over there and meddle in your affairs.
It's throwing off my emotional balance, Doc. Things like that can negatively impact the mission, you know?
However do you mean? You did the right thing, did you not? There's nothing to be ashamed of. George has the best body we can give him right now. And the rest of the children are also safe. And quite content too, I should add. It was your quick decision-making that saved them, Raiden. George's body will require regular maintenance, not to mention a replacement upon reaching adult age. But the expense is more than worth it.
You planning on signing him up with a PMC? Because that's the only job we're good for, far as I can tell.
Oh, you are quite mistaken there. Just consider it. The power of a machine matched with the nimbleness and creativity of a human. The construction and public works possibilities alone are endless. I saw a news piece on German TV just the other day about a cyborg plumber, in fact. Let's not forget about elder care either. One needs great strength to bathe and care for the bedridden. But it's also very delicate work, if you follow. Not the sort of thing you'd leave to a machine.
Sounds great. So long as we don't start replacing the old folks' bodies too, just because they're old.
A valid concern, yes. I recall reading a comic like that once. An old farmer created a cybernetic body to fight evil military scientists and so on.
Yeah. But can't George do anything besides physical labor, though?
Oh, he has every right to choose another path. If he opts not to take advantage of his body's physical strength, he's free to pursue academia instead. His body provides a completely ideal chemical environment for his brain, after all. I can certainly see how that would prove handy in the realm of higher education. The only problem would be how to cover the costs. The issue of student loan debt in the US is thorny enough already, even for normal students.
Yeah. All this stuff's not just George's problem, though. All the other brains I'm gonna rescue will have to deal with it, too. Giving them bodies won't be the end of their problems. It'll be the beginning.
Indeed. On a happier note, though, excellent work in bringing George's lower body back. Now he'll very likely be able to produce children in the future. Bravo! I trust you're not still upset, Raiden.
About telling George about me? Look, let's just drop it, okay?
Gladly. I'm just glad I was able to assist you in operating the cryopreserver anyway.
I know, Doc.
Not that it's so difficult. With that pipe, you simply immerse the organs in the artificial plasma inside.
Yeah? I wouldn't think it was so easy to keep organs alive. How's it work, anyway?
Oh, it's quite simple, really. It uses chilled nanomachine-infused artificial plasma. That suppresses the metabolism and regulates the oxygen intake of whatever is stored inside. The nanomachines are fully self-pumping. Once hemoglobin is detected in the local environment, they release a flow of plasma into the organ where the body's original plasma is still present. When George's body was inserted into the storage cabin, artificial blood, chilled nearly to freezing point, automatically flowed in at the points of amputation. This dropped the internal temperature of the parts from 36 to 10 degrees centigrade. The result? The effective suppression of all metabolic activity. The plasma was also fine-tuned to keep the SpO2 level inside the organs at 90% or above. The synergetic effect of all this allowed the brain to reach the regenerative treatment facility quickly, before any cell tissue was damaged at least. A most effective device, I must say. A micro gas turbine engine enables it to operate completely autonomously as a standalone unit. Would have been tough to lug over to the hospital otherwise.
Truly state-of-the-art indeed. I suspect it cost as much as a well-stocked emergency ambulance.
At the risk of speaking inappropriately, this group certainly knows how to use its budget.
Guess I should be glad these guys have got so much money to throw around. So, autonomous gears against remote gears? Which one do you think's got the advantage?
Well, you cannot make a valid comparison between the two so easily, you know. You must take the relative specs of the models into account, the skills of the operator, and so forth.
I suppose so.
All things considered, remote gears do indeed hold the advantage, in most cases at least.
And I get the feeling you're gonna tell me why.
This type of remote weapon can be traced back to Germany, you know. World War II. The Wehrmacht employed a remote-controlled mine called Goliath, with tank-like treads on either side. The operator could send it over 600 meters into enemy territory before detonating its payload.
Germans certainly did have a knack for weird new weapons back then.
If I may continue. Now, UAVs, unmanned aerial vehicles, began to proliferate in the 90s. They were equipped with cameras, enabling the operator with a much greater degree of control. But it took 20 more years before autonomous craft would gain wide acceptance.
Makes sense. The AI wasn't good enough until just recently, right?
Correct. Target location and course correction were not a problem, of course. GPS solved all that. But target selection or base defense, these types of objectives require extremely complex AI routines. It was only with the advent of optical neuro-AI that such a thing became possible. Neuro-AI was developed using a completely new paradigm in computer architecture, you know. Not the von Neumann model, which served as a standard up till that point. Neuro-AI was modeled after the human brain. It can learn and mature entirely on its own.
Like the Patriot's AI, just on a smaller scale.
Indeed. It cannot copy or rewrite data, but the structure does solve several problems quite well. The frame and symbol grounding problems, to be exact. It gives the AI flexibility within unknown states. But such a system still lags behind the average human in speedy decision-making. Also, as they cannot converse, they cannot demand or accept surrender, or avoid such unnecessary conflict. And as you know, such tactics are often the most effective strategy for victory. So yes, the fact that they do not require a human soldier as a pilot is an advantage, purely in terms of resources. But in a hypothetical battle between two identical UGs, the remote gear tops the autonomous model, no question.
Got it. I'll keep that in mind.
Of course, even the remote gears have some AI these days, to handle balance and other minor details. So, the line between remote and autonomous UGs grows less and less distinct every day. I trust you're not still upset, Raiden.
About to...
Glad
I know.
not that.
Yeah? How's it?
Исчерпали диалог.
Truly, guess I... Look, I'll handle the police. You're on scout duty again.
Affirmative. Exercise caution. They may be private police, but their specs are military grade. I am setting goal markers on your Soliton radar. Use them to follow me through this area.
Good boy.
I will ignore the condescension and take that as a compliment. You are welcome. Your only option is to fight. Never let your guard down. Your only option is...
Ну все. Так. Найс. Как же это приятно, а? Все спарировать и ваншотнуть контратакой. Ой.
The road is blocked by barricades. We will proceed through the buildings. You will follow me.
Как скажешь. Ах вы. Как Чун-Ли ногой это бьет. Ой. Ну-ка, я могу? Нет. Я попытался несколько дейвкиков сделать. Раз он от него вот это. Да. Хорошо то, что один позвоночник восстанавливает все сразу же до максимума.
Raiden, I'm heading to the building on the opposite side of the street. Follow me.
HQ, requesting the zone be designated for heightened security. Roger. Upgrading security status.
Так, стоп, у меня же коробка осталась, да? Да... Вот это тоже из Metal Gear Solid отсылочка. Фух. Руку отрезал, это главное. Добрый вечер, Илья. Так, он меня спалил, что ли? А, не, все нормально.
Nice work! We intercepted call for backup during your last fight. The caller's position is on your Soliton radar. You can engage if you wish. It is your choice.
Забавно. Я ему позвонить по коду-то не могу, но при этом он со мной общается. Хотя по сюжету я типа дезертировал, чтобы в одиночку расправиться с политиком, с сенатором этим. Недоработочка. Фаталити. Блин. Не среагировал. Опять не среагировал. Так, пусть будет так. Грязновато, но главный результат. Да ё-моё. Этот пинок такой резкий. Да ё-моё. Господи. Да ё-моё. О, вот это другое дело. Не, Супермена не буду смотреть. Я уже знаю, что там Ган сделал с родителями Супермена криптонскими, так что мне такая версия Супермена не интересна. Даже, блин, этот всеми ненавистный создатель аниме по Devil May Cry и то с большим уважением отнесся к наследию Спарды, чем Джеймс Ганн к наследию криптонскому у Супермена. Типа в аниме Devil May Cry Спарда все еще считается героем человечества, спасителем.
Your route through Denver has been plotted based on data culled from various security systems. I took the liberty of adding a guidance device to your chassis to ensure you do not stray too far. Handy, eh?
Ева тоже о нем хорошо там отзывается. Ну и выглядит канонично. Что не может не радовать. Так, стоп, если не сюда, то зачем тогда здесь можно открыть? А, типа два разных пути в одно и то же место. Не-не-не, я 100% не буду смотреть.
What's your status?
They trashed my car. I'll have to go the rest of the way on foot.
Do you really have to do this?
Look, I'm fed up with all of it. Companies like ours, yours, bend the laws when it suits business. Why not bend it when it can save innocent lives?
Raiden.
Boris, listen to me. That VR training, they'll be warped into killing machines. They'll be set on POWs, civilians. It'll be one atrocity after another.
Like what you went through.
We can't have any more Jack the Rippers. You saw what happened with George. I'm doing this, Boris. I have to. I can't save those kids from becoming cyborgs, but I can stop them from becoming murderers.
Say you succeed. Say you get all the brains back. Then what?
Just so happens I know un great cybernetic surgeon.
Doctor. But he cannot...
You won't change my mind, Boris. This is my fight now.
And your wife and son? What of them?
They're in New Zealand. Safe. Rose would understand why I have to do this.
All right, damn you. You do realize Marshall has the contract for law enforcement throughout the city. They are the law in Denver.
Yeah, we've met.
Well then. Officially, Maverick Incorporated condemns you and your actions as unlawful. And a pain in the asshole. Now, increase your codec encryption. Do not worry about the lag.
And unofficially?
I'll do all I can over the codec to help. I do not like what those mudaki are doing any more than you.
Спасибо, товарищ. Спасибо.
Я говорю, японцы очень любят русских. Почему-то. Что в аниме их, ну, довольно-таки часто видишь. И вот здесь вот это... В английском языке вставляют это русскую речь периодически. Мудаки. Произношение забавное, конечно. Так. Я вот не помню, их надо разрубать, нет, вот этих вот дам?
Yes, товарищ.
А. Да, это очень по-японски. Такие вот вещи делать. Ударил по постеру, и он разделся. Ну как разделся? Переоделся скорее. О, смотри-ка, все обратно появились в кодеке.
Boris, I want to check how raising the codec encryption level affects transmission.
Copy. Reading you 5, Raiden. You?
Loud and clear. I'm seeing a reduction in peak power when sending. We're on a broader direct sequence spread spectrum?
Da. Frequency hopping pattern changed to blue 1.
Copy.
Interference still appears below process gain, too. Hell of a system. Worth every dollar. What is your processing load?
I pinged HQ data storage with my tactical data line. The increase in latency is below 5%.
Хорошо. In that case, it will not affect mission. Our system is just one notch below toughest security available. Denver police cannot see we are even transmitting at all. All our communication is perfectly safe.
Copy that.
Забыл, кстати, сказать то, что перед этим-то диалог, когда был с Борисом, сюжетный, не кодековый, это... Ну, приятно то, что они упомянули это жену и ребенка Райдена из 4. То, что хотя бы в этом плане персонажа никак не кастрировали, и с этим у него все осталось в порядке.
Boris, you got anything for me?
What do you mean?
What do I mean? Intel, advice, help. What we always do over the codec.
Well, yes, but in this case we had no official prep time. We have the map of Denver, but no briefing notes, no intel on enemy capabilities. I wish I could be of more help, but, well, I have nothing to work with. I'm sorry, Raiden.
That's all right. I know you're doing whatever you can.
But what about your robot dog friend? He's taking on scouting duty for you, yes? Why not try contacting him?
Ну, это забавно про Лепса в Hunter x Hunter. Еще нельзя забывать это мемное видео из аниме про девочек на танках, где они там едут, это по зимней локации, и напевает Катюша. Причем-то напевает именно японки на русском языке. Звучит забавно, но как бы старания зачтены.
Boris, you got anything for me?
What do you mean?
What do I mean?
Well, we have
Так, это повторение.
Why not?
Jesus, Raiden, this is a little over the top. I mean, I've seen you pull some shit before, but this,
You should know me better than that by now, Kev.
I thought I did. Look, I know there's no legal way to stop World Marshal, but there has got to be an alternative to going on a rampage smack dab in the center of Denver.
No alternatives, Kev. I'm getting those kids out.
Raiden, that VR training, it's like what you did in Liberia?
Judging by what Sundowner said in Mexico? Yeah. That scientist called it the Sears program.
After ex-President George Sears, a.k.a. Solidus Snake.
Yep. Ironic that kid shares his name. Solidus trained child soldiers in Liberia while working as a CIA paramilitary. It's not a happy memory. All the drugs, the non-stop violence, it destroyed my sense of judgment completely. I was made to kill soldiers, POWs, civilians.
Raiden.
The next thing I know, Jack's back. I thought it was all in the past, but there I am, attacking a child.
You didn't have any other choice. Other kids would have died.
That's not the problem. I lost my cool back there. All I could do was think how much I wanted that guy dead.
A lot of us would have done the same.
Even if it meant killing George?
He's not dead, though. Actually, he really digs his new body.
Either way, I'm shutting this program down. Maybe they've got it better than me. They don't actually have to kill anyone in reality. But they're still going through the motions, having it pumped straight into their senses, just like real life.
All right. Just give me a call if there's anything I can do.
Sure. Riding out.
Да, если вы не поняли, в той кат-сцене, где он в итоге разрубил доктора, он еще параллельно разрубил парня. Но парню удалось спасти, сделать киборгом. Но парень, он там буквально в кат-сцене согласился на это, то что типа лучше умру я, но будут спасены типа все остальные дети. Но удалось спасти и его, и тех детей, которые задыхались в камере. Вин-вин ситуация.
So let me get this straight. All law enforcement in Denver's been subcontracted out to World Marshal?
Pretty much. It's part of Colorado's small government initiative. When you're tasked with slashing a state's budget, privatizing the police force starts to make sense. Detroit was kind of the pioneer there. Armstrong spearheaded the idea, of course, back when he was still in the state senate.
No surprise. But the police force isn't all cyborg, is it?
Nah. No way anyone could get funding for that. Most of them are unmodified. New recruits or veterans from the old Denver PD. They handle most of the basic police work, like street patrols and investigations. Most cyborgs are part of the SWAT unit. They're sent out to handle riots, violent crimes, stuff like that.
Makes sense.
They're given separate roles in the force, too. Some specialize entirely in combat, others handle things like hostage negotiations. Some of the combat specialists are ex-US Army, but a lot of them are from overseas, too. A lot of them undergo the cyborg operation just to get a green card.
That kind of thing must go over great with the anti-immigration movement.
You know it. A lot of folks wanted a blanket ban on hiring immigrants for the police force. They get a bad rep for those helmets, too. Can't see their faces. They're required to keep their face guards up if they're not actively on a mission, though. Thing is, we're starting to see a wave of violent cyborg crime across America, you know? The way the police see it, they need more cyborgs on the force to deal with that.
Hope they have enough cyborgs to deal with me.
Киборги в полиции? Ну что, мы уже играем в Робокопа.
So there's one more of the winds, right? Besides Sundowner and Mistral.
Yeah, Monsoon. That is,
You can skip the part about the name. I know monsoons are seasonal winds in Asia.
The word actually refers to seasonal winds anywhere, but yeah, it's usually used to describe the winds that bring Southeast Asia most of its rain.
Safe to assume he's Asian then, right?
Yep. His roots are with a Cambodian organized crime syndicate. Not ex-military for a change. He's fluent in Khmer, Chinese, and English. Rumored to have been involved in drug and human trafficking.
So what's he doing with a PMC?
Apparently, he converted to a cyborg body after being wounded in a gang shootout. I don't know the full story, though. Maybe he just decided PMC works better than the mob. The two worlds are closer than you might think. Boris has got a lot of ex-military buds that now work for the Russian mafia.
I guess either profession guarantees plenty of excitement, if that's your thing.
Monsoon's no ordinary street thug, though. That much is clear from his record. And he was a master with the Psy even before he became a cyborg.
You think he's in Denver?
Probably, given that Desperado and World Marshal are basically one and the same. Careful down there.
Но вроде бы этот Монсун, он станет первой жертвой возвращенного Джека the Риппера. Когда у него этот бзик произойдет опять во время очередной стычки с полицией в катсцене.
You okay, buddy? Looks like Wolf's posted some guidance data to your Soliton radar. Try following those markers. You okay, buddy? Looks like
Исчерпали.
Your earlier actions were reckless, Raiden. Not to mention the damage to a perfectly good car.
I knew the risks when I decided to go through with this. Besides, the car was mine. Maverick sold it to me. It's not meant for private use. It was made for ops like this.
Regardless, your approach has proven most antagonistic. You are now a criminal, a public enemy, a police-killing vigilante. Even if your actions reveal World Marshal's designs, you will be unable to avoid legal punishment.
Probably not. But that's a price I'll have to pay. I gotta stop that VR program and get those kids back. I sealed my fate the second I attacked George.
But George is not dead. In fact, he has obtained an even more versatile body than his previous one.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about me. I was a child soldier in Liberia, like Mistral said. I was a mentally deranged child. People feared me, called me Jack the Ripper.
A result of the so-called Sears program.
I thought I'd left it all in the past. But just like that, Jack came roaring back.
This is why you are so driven to terminate the VR training. I understand. I will continue to cooperate.
Copy that.
Я, кстати, оба Хельсинга смотрел. Самая первая экранизация, которая, уходит от канона, потому что на тот момент, по-моему, манга еще была ангоинговой. И Hellsing Ultimate, который уже следует за мангой от начала до конца. Естественно, Ultimate лучше. Но у первого Хелсинга этот opening прикольнее. Какой DLC ты не прошел, Илья? К Робокопу, что ли? Потому что у Metal Gear Rising я не помню, чтобы были DLC.
I am setting goal markers on your Soliton radar. Use them to follow me through this area.
Good boy.
I will ignore the condescension.
Я вспомнил. Да-да-да, DLC за вот этого, за Волка, да, вроде бы было. Я в него, по-моему, тоже не играл.
So how long can George use that medical body he's in right now?
Well, the body's full shelf life has yet to be proven, but with regular maintenance, I would imagine 10 years or more. However, this is also a child's model. It will need to be replaced as he grows mentally and emotionally. But things have come together pretty well overall.
Guess that's gonna be a problem, huh?
It will. Also, this is the only body of its type I could procure on such short notice. I'm afraid the other brains will have to make do with their VR environment for now.
Yeah. It just doesn't feel right that George gets the only body, though.
Well, it was you who implored I do something for him, no? I assumed prioritizing him was called for.
Yeah, and I appreciate it, Doc. It was a pretty stressful moment.
We will have many more brains to watch over before long, I fear. Something I don't entirely mind, I should note. The more research subjects I have, the better. Still, some sort of decision regarding their long-term care shall have to be made soon. It will be some time before we're able to monetize any of this research, after all. As much as I might like to, I can't run this lab on good intentions alone, you know.
Yeah. We need to come up with something, and soon, for all our sakes.
We should be able to mass-produce child bodies in very short order, at least. By the way, I have a helicopter crew on standby to bring the brains back here should the need arise. I, too, will be departing in a little while.
Much appreciated, Doc.
Consider it an angel investment. Who knows what sort of new business I may be soon pioneering here.
So how long can George use that medical body he's in right now?
Well, the body's full shelf life has yet to be proven, but with regular maintenance, I would imagine 10 years. It will,
это повторение.
Yeah, it just...
Well,
yeah.
Все осталось в Кортни.
We should, by the
Мы
way,
можем двигаться дальше.
I heard what happened, Raiden. I don't know if I can offer much help, but at least I'm still here to save your data, okay?
Thanks. If things get bad, go ahead and delete it.
If worse comes to worse, I'll do it. But we're on an encrypted line, so we should be okay. Did you want to save? By the way, what did Boris mean when he said those brains were for medical purposes?
They're not just spare parts. Legally, they have human rights. They just don't have bodies. They aren't covered under the Arms Trade Treaty. They can even be legally adopted.
Adopted? They're brains.
Not as the law sees it. These are street kids after all. Most of them have no ID or papers whatsoever. Local mobs gather these kids up, declare them for adoption, and then send them off to a U.S. medical facility for treatment.
So you're saying Desperado didn't actually buy those kids? Directly, at least?
They're not stupid. Just evil. The basic idea is that the Mafia has these orphan kids, and Desperado pulled their brains, right? Now they need treatment, so the Mafia sends them to the medical facility to get them new bodies.
A World Marshal medical facility.
One that only exists on paper. Once the brains cross the border, next stop is World Marshal HQ. The plan is to put them into factory bodies and assemble the cyborgs here in Denver.
Pretty convoluted process.
If there's a silver lining to all this, it's that the first brains only shipped a month ago. Doc confirmed that in the data he's collected. You can speed up the VR training process for AIs, but not with human beings. So it's likely none of the kids have completed training yet.
Thank God.
That training, though. Sorry. I should get back. We can talk later.
Raiden? Once you get those brains back, what are we gonna do with them?
I still gotta discuss that with Doc. He's still got the brains from Mexico, but the human rights group wouldn't take them in. It didn't sound like it was going too smoothly.
Yeah, that's what he told me too. I can understand the NGO's position, but these kids, they're completely helpless in all this.
I know. We don't have nearly enough cyborg bodies for all of them. And if we want to give them child-sized bodies, they'd have to be almost entirely custom-made. For now, Doc's sending virtual environment data to their brains, just like their VR training. At least that should help cut down on their stress levels.
Yeah, but that only works up to a point, doesn't it? Doc said he can't simulate realistic human interaction with the tech we have right now. They must be lonely.
And they know lonely. None of them had families. That, or they were abandoned by them. For some of them, the real world might not be a whole lot different.
You
know what my childhood was like. I'd take life in an empty room by myself over that any day.
Raiden.
It's a work in progress for sure. But Doc will work something out.
So, there's really no legal recourse to stop World Marshal here? We couldn't leak that video of Armstrong or something?
Boris, Kevin, and I talked this over already. Not gonna work. The media would never show it.
I guess not. That's why PMC started advertising so heavily all of a sudden, isn't it? So they could influence the media.
Yeah. PMCs don't have anything to sell to regular people, but that's not what those ads were for. It's a part of the aftermath of the Patriots' plan for manipulating the public. Restricting press access, allowing cross-ownership between media conglomerates. A media empire as iron-fisted as any other dictatorship.
So much for freedom of speech, huh?
Yeah. The Patriots are gone, but their effect still lingers. It's just too good a scheme for the government to get rid of.
Alright, so we can't go to the news. How about uploading it to some video site?
It'd get buried in the noise. People fabricate videos all the time to discredit other groups and companies. But when it's bullshit the public wants to believe, then it spreads like wildfire. If they don't care, it doesn't get noticed, even when it's the truth.
Yeah. I guess videos aren't permissible as evidence in court either. Could the kids testify for us?
The only thing they know for sure is that they were tricked into coming here. I doubt many have even heard the name World Marshal before. No one can prove anything. The money's all been laundered. The courts can't do a thing.
So you're doing it by force instead?
Yeah. I'm not trying to kill any employees, though. Working for a company like this one's a crime, whether you know it or not. But I'm only after two groups here. The guys in charge, and their contractors.
I hear you.
Beyond that, whatever it takes to unplug that VR program permanently.
What's up?
Все, исчерпали.
Okay.
Вот, кстати, не зря я решил все-таки переслушивать кодек, потому что вот уже здесь, как при разговоре с Борисом и с Кевином, можно услышать, как Джек начинает Райден начинает осознавать то, что Джек выбирается наружу обратно. Персона, которую он думал, что давно похоронил. То есть он хотя бы осознает сам факт того, что вот это вот желание убивать в нем обратно появляется. Ну не знаю, для меня вот все-таки более грамотным развитием было бы все-таки, чтобы он эту личность не принял, а погубил с концами, скажем так. Вот было бы прикольно. Бомбер, спасибо за фоллоу. В общем, мне было бы гораздо приятнее, если бы вот в момент его бзика мы, скажем так, ушли в голову Райдена, и там был бы бой между двумя Райденами. Вот Райденами, который хочет измениться и стать другим человеком лучше, чем он был, и Джек the Ripper, типа такой mirror матч внутри разума главного героя. Типа ты Джека из the Ripper одолеваешь, вот с концами его хоронишь и становишься лучшей версией себя. И доказываешь то, что типа человек может измениться. Эх. Ну-ка, пошел отсюда. Ой, меня протаранили. Не, да, два трона, там этот Темный принц, это буквально другой персонаж, который образовался внутри принца. Ну, по сути, это два абсолютно разных персонажа. То есть это не принц с раздвоением личности, а именно разные персонажи. Вот, а в случае Райдена он именно что это. то есть Райден и этот, как его? Джек the Ripper — это один и тот же человек. Типа как Фрэнк Кассел и Каратель. Ага, давай. Блин, опять не получилось идеальное парирование. Резко. Наконец-то. Блин. Найс. Еще одна коробка.
Raiden, you will find an elevator inside that office. Use it to reach the roof. Traveling atop buildings will minimize enemy encounters.
Так, вроде больше ничего нет на подбор.
No, there's a rumor the MIBs come from Area 51.
MIBs, Men in Black. Неплохая отсылка. Ах ты. О, рука. Блин. Давай, давай. Так, сейчас этого надо постараться аккуратно одолеть. Блин. Рука у него почему-то не отрезалась, ё-моё. Кстати, что это за фоторамки я подбираю? А, понятно, это порно-журналы, точно. ё-моё. Давай, атакуй меня. Воу. По своим еще стреляют, а? Блин. Ты будешь меня дубинкой добить, нет? О. Ух. Рука отрубилась, это главное. Все. Можно двигаться дальше.
Doc, what's your status?
I am reviewing the pre-flight checklist now. I have hired contractors to handle shipping the brain units. We should be airborne in just a few minutes.
You sure you can pilot that chopper by yourself?
Right, of course. Need I remind you that we live in the golden age of unmanned flight? Even manned helicopters possess a robust semi-automatic mode. It is simple, really. So simple that I can continue to monitor your status and world marshal security from the pilot seat. I must say, for the world's largest PMC, their security procedures are quite poor. Quite poor. Sadly, I did not have the necessary permissions to override their plans. Nevertheless, the data I did find should prove most useful. So please, do feel free to contact me whenever you like.
Appreciate it, Doc.
Well, it's not every day one has the chance to collect so many brains. Think of the data, the research. Oh, and of course, your personal safety was a concern as well.
Так.
Boris, you got anything for me?
Hmm?
What do I...
Well, we have, but why not?
Так, повторение.
Right, how's the mechs? No headaches or anything?
No. Why do you ask?
You're in a high altitude zone, remember?
Oh, right. The Mile High City. Didn't think I'd have to worry about altitude sickness yet, though. You're checking my stats, right? Oxygen density's only 10% off normal. Body's still in the green.
Yeah, I'm watching. Just remember, it's definitely gonna feel a little different from sea level.
Copy. You know, I didn't realize how big Denver's gotten. It was never exactly small, I know, but it looks like it's really blown up these past few years.
It's a good place to live. The tech sector's booming, people are moving in, and unemployment's low too.
I always figured Colorado's more about military than anything else.
Originally, yeah. Denver, like Colorado in general, is filled with federal agencies and defense contractors.
And NORAD and Peterson Air Force Base are just a short drive away, right? Over in Colorado Springs.
And then there's all the nuclear facilities too.
Right. I remember hearing about the Rocky Flats plant.
Yeah, they manufacture the plutonium triggers that detonate nuclear bombs. It was shut down late last century for illegal pollution offenses. Of course, there's still a ton of military manufacturing activity going on in Colorado.
PMCs too, right?
Yep. PMCs like World Marshal. They've been on a buying frenzy, gobbling up a whole bunch of smaller outfits. That growth is what's enabled them to expand into the public sector. Their work in private policing has really boosted their profile.
I'm not necessarily against small government, but when you mix the public authority with private firms...
It never works out, yeah. This is probably obvious, but this police force is basically a full-on army. Don't go easy on them.
Don't intend to.
You okay, buddy? Looks like Wolf's posted some guidance data to your soul trifol.
Так, исчерпали.
I am setting goal markers on use them to fall. I will.
Quick question, Doc.
Yes, Raiden.
Doc, those kids, how are they feeling?
Oh, after the chloroform, you mean? No need to be concerned. Thanks to your quick actions, the effects have already dissipated.
Good to hear. Why the hell were they using chloroform? I thought they stopped using it as an anesthetic ages ago.
Correct. Sevoflurane or isoflurane are the preferred inhalation anesthetics today. However, chloroform is still quite useful as an organic solvent. In certain doses, mind you. Otherwise, as that cretin mentioned, it can be a bit dangerous.
It certainly turned out dangerous for him.
Yes. In any case, its properties make it useful for an assortment of applications. The chemical synthesis of medication, for example, or creating the coolant used in modern cryopreservers.
Fascinating.
Indeed. Well, Raiden, wonderful work. Had you waited any longer before breaking the glass, things might not have turned out as well as they did.
Quick question, Doc.
Yes, Raiden.
Doc, those kids...
No need.
Всё.
I thought...
Correct, however...
С ним тоже исчерпано. Осталось Кортни.
What's up?
А, у нее вообще нового ничего нет.
Okay, don't let you...
Пожалуйста, только не говорите, что опять будет босс вертолета, а? О! А вот это уже МГС-4, отсылочка. Прикольно. Ой.
Roger that. Sending backup.
Так, они же еще не в курсе о моем присутствии. Я надеюсь. Нечего тут смотреть, ребята, это всего лишь бочка. Никто не умер. В смысле? Ой, мне еще тайминги сбиваются. Блин. О, господи. Да в смысле? Наконец-то.
What's wrong? Answer me! Raiden! Raiden!
Вы это видели, нет? О, я сделал добивание, во время анимации которого Райден отпрыгнул, оказался над ну, короче говоря, это... Без комментариев.
A cyborg equipped with a slider. Hard to target, yes, but they must also be limited by aerodynamic force. Use rockets or guided missiles, or just jump up and cut them down. Either will work fine.
Harp, use. You okay, buddy? Looks like we'll try fall.
Looks like Desperado brought some sliders.
It does indeed. As you know, sliders are more than a simple unmanned combat aerial vehicle. They are especially effective when used in tandem with cyborgs.
So I hear. Just strap it to your back and you've got yourself a jetpack.
In terms of specs, it is equipped with 2 small engines, turbojets modified from anti-ship missiles. These are capable of putting out 3 kilonewtons of propelling force. Its high aspect ratio wings are built with artificial muscles. Their bending functionality enables both helicopter caliber hovering and a lengthy flight duration when fully deployed.
But what about offense? They can't pack much heat.
Not alone, no. The sliders were built from the ground up in a network-centric system. As a result, each individual craft has limited combat ability. Toughness was sacrificed for its compact size, which limits its ability to move at high speeds or perform high-G maneuvers. Flight range and time are strictly limited. Not being a fixed-shape craft, it has little stealth functionality. As for weaponry, it is restrained to one of 2 options: semi-active laser-guided rockets, or a combination of 30-kilogram class unguided bombs and 5.56mm mounted gun pods.
But I thought it played a major role in SOP, in regional conflicts and asymmetrical warfare.
It did. When all connected in a networked mesh, they enjoy extraordinary situational awareness. Such a group can search a wide range without missing a single millimeter. Not to mention, saturate a hot spot with gunfire from multiple angles.
Snake had trouble with them in Eastern Europe.
But their most attractive feature? How inexpensive they are to manufacture. Unthinkably so, in fact, back in the age of manned fighter jets. It's no surprise PMCs use them so often.
Yeah? Well, they're gonna have to spend a lot more than that to stop me.
Hello there, Thirsty Wraith. Yeah, this game is from 2013, so there is a lot of stereotypical stuff like that. Like the Boris, the Russian character, has also very recognizable Hollywood accent. Hollywood Russian accent, so to speak.
With your legs, you can probably reach a slider even when it's up in the air. They have nearly no armor at all. Get close enough, and chopping them down should be simple.
Looks like Desperado brought some.
It does.
So
it's
but what
not a which fly as.
But I.
It is such a
snake.
But
I am setting goal marker. Use. I will.
What's up? Okay, save complete. Don't let your guard down, okay?
I find it very nice from Platinum Games and Hideo Kojima that they think
HQ, we could use some support. Roger that. Sending back up.
how representatives of different countries can form a group and fight for the common goal and not be divided by their differences, rather united by their common things, by things they have in common. Damn. Come on. Oof. Damn! I need that left hand for bonus stuff. And I didn't cut it properly. I believe you have to cut it vertically, not horizontally.
Someone there?
Definitely nothing to look at, guys.
Yes? You make me proud.
He died.
Hey, Q, we could use some support. Roger that. Sending backup.
This is going to be hard, very hard to do, because he's flying.
Hey, Stu, we could use some support.
Maybe the stun grenade? Damn. Come on. Why did they made it so difficult?
Roger that. Get back up.
Okay, this is better. Come on. Are you... this is impossible.
Hey, dude, we could use some support.
I have no idea why they did it so uncomfortable. Like, when you need to rip their spine, you just hit the red square and that's it. Nothing more is required. But the hand is extremely difficult for some reason. Almost no precision required. Okay, let's try this again. Accurately cut the wings and then go for the body. Please. Yes. Yes.
Yes. Haha, you make me proud.
Phew. Okay, so if I need upwards, let's go here first.
What's up? Okay, save complete. Don't let your guard down, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Here comes another attack.
flying enemies are frustrating in all slasher games. Devil May Cry, Bayonetta, and this one as well. Of course. Come on, I did the parry. I did the parry, come on. Jesus Christ. Really? And the second one just disappeared into invisibility. God damn. That was disappointing performance on my part. Please, game. Oh no, another hand.
Some things World Marshal does not appreciate.
You're on the company blacklist. We're here to check you.
Mm-hmm. I know how to solve this.
Oh, I see. And on the recording, I've got caught in the crossfire. Just a random casualty, is that it?
Yeah, pretty much. All just part of the job.
Get off! Bullseye!
Yes, I got the arm.
Data. I believe I have all I need for a little surprise.
Please. Come on, game. Jesus Christ, the camera. Please, game. Whew.
Thank you! Don't let those fuckers get away with this, okay? Thank you so much!
It's a tough job saving people
any further via the rooftops.
in this game.
There is a freight railroad underground. The elevator ahead will take you to it.
Yes, Raiden. Хорошо. That's one less death today. Now, on with the mission.
Boris, you got anything for me? What do I...
Well, we have, but why not?
Okay, this is repeating.
Ooh, nice work, buddy. In the nick of time, huh? You okay, buddy? Looks like trifol...
Quick question, Doc.
Yes, Raiden.
Doc.
No need.
Why the hell? I thought...
Correct. However,
It's fast.
Repeating.
Whoa, the elevator's offline.
Surely you realize how to proceed. You are familiar with Newton's law of universal gravitation? Count the wire, and the car will fall.
Whoa, the
Sure, you are...
Raiden, did you...
Yeah. Good thing I got here when I did.
I'm, impressed, Raiden.
Thanks. Now if you'll excuse me.
Huh? Oh, right. The mission. What's up? Okay, save. Don't let you.
Okay, all dialogues exhausted. Anime.
This must be the railroad.
It would appear so. Likely part of Denver's old system. This city was a major transport hub in the early years of freight trains. This particular line appears to have been abandoned some time ago. It was originally constructed to transport supplies to an underground factory. But now, it seems even the electrical system is no longer functioning.
Yeah, it's pitch black in here.
As a cyborg, I trust this is not a serious concern.
Boris, you got anything for me? What do I mean?
Well, we have, but why not?
You okay, buddy? Looks like
How's it going with the brain units, Doc? Any problems?
Oh, they could not be better. They're being kept at exactly 36 degrees Celsius with a steady, uninterrupted supply of oxygen and glucose. Synchronizing them with our equipment posed some difficulty, but everything's perfectly stable now.
That's good to hear. What kind of VR are they getting?
I prepared very comfortable rooms for each and every one. It's not quite Schloss Neuschwanstein, but each one enjoys the equivalent of a 4-star hotel suite. Every room includes an attached pool and an extensive library of on-demand video programming. 3 meals are delivered daily, and while we're only able to do so much vis-a-vis taste sensation, it should satisfy the psychological need for food, at least.
Doesn't sound too bad. I wouldn't mind a little VR training like that for a change.
Oh, be my guest. I'd like to experience it for myself, you know, but for now it is available to cyborgs only. Exciting work is being done in the realm of invasive brain-machine interfaces, but there simply isn't much demand for it at the moment.
I guess not too many folks are willing to stick electrodes in their brains just for a taste of VR.
Perhaps, but the sense of reality is considerably improved over nanomachine-based non-invasive methods. If prices were kept low enough, I imagine the video game industry at least would clamor for it.
Who coded the virtual hotel?
An assistant. He used to write VR programs for UGs, but now specializes in cyborg software. A bit of a niche right now, yes, but when brain-machine interfaces take off, it will be a big business. The children's accommodation is a reworked version of the original beta software he built. The room's 3D models are all made using free libraries. It couldn't have been easier.
I wish everyone loved their work as much as you do, Doc. They don't go stir-crazy, though? Cooped up in their rooms?
There's little I can do about that. Creating an open world would take orders of magnitude more resources.
What about communication?
Another weak spot, yes. The NPCs available to us are all for military training purposes. It will be some time until we see VR characters capable of convincingly human interaction. Sadly, we're also not yet able to connect multiple brains to a single VR space. My assistants are operating virtual agents to give them a bare minimum of mental care. But our team is limited in size, and none of us are medical professionals, you know.
They can't stay in there forever. How's it going with the brain units, Doc? Any problems?
Oh, they could not have been synchronized. It's never 3.
Doesn't.
Okay, the dialogue exhausted.
Who
he used a bit of the room.
They don't go.
There's
what about
another? It will sadly.
They can't. All right. It's a bit brighter now.
Nothing is brighter, Raiden, but you are now more capable of seeing everything. I am setting goal marker. Use. I will.
What's up? Okay, save complete. Don't let your guard down, okay?
Oh no.
They still have not noticed you. Do not expose yourself.
a little bit of a horror game here. No. Okay, I'm gonna wait when that one who is walking turns around and I attack this one. Splinter Cell style. Cutting in blind, literally. Jesus. Come on. Really? Whatever. Okay, how far is he going?
There is a maintenance shaft up ahead. Use it to return to the surface.
So many achievements unlocked during this stream. Oh, it's that asshole. Машина возомнила себя Брюс Ли. The machine thought it is Bruce Lee, but nope. I proved them wrong. No! Not a stealthy mission anymore. S rank. S rank. Nice. No damage. Well, except that one who was trying kung fu tricks on me. But they're some kind of a secret in this game, basically. So it was an optional encounter.
Right. It would appear your only way forward is to return to the surface. You will exit into an evacuated commercial district. Security is heavy, but you need not worry about collateral damage when engaging the enemy.
About time. Finally, I can cut loose.
Proceed to the right from the exit. You will find a stairway on your right. Those stairs lead to a shortcut to World Marshal Headquarters. Do not be distracted by the advertisements. You are not here as a tourist.
Sure. I'll just buy a quick souvenir or two for Rose and that'll be it.
Raiden, we must hurry.
Remind me to teach you about sarcasm sometime.
I understand your attempts at humor. I simply do not find them entertaining. Right. You have almost reached World Marshal Headquarters.
Another hand to cut. Nope, I didn't cut the hand. God damn it.
Boris, you got any? What do I...
Well, we hit, but why not?
You okay, buddy? Looks like try
I am setting goal. Use. I will.
So, Doc, what are we gonna do with those brains?
Well, I appreciate the bountiful data we've gleaned from them so far. But they're certainly draining a great deal of my lab's resources. If not for the costs, we'd gladly host them well into the future.
Don't think I can cover that. I'm unemployed now, remember? Besides, it wouldn't be healthy for the kids.
It's certainly more healthy than a hard-scrabble life in a disease-ridden alley.
Well, if you put it like that, yeah. But they can't even engage in real human interaction. They're facing an entire life spent in a virtual room. It's not right.
Well, we could expand their VR quarters and add more human communication. Would that work?
You're missing the point, Doc.
I spoke in jest. In fact, we've already begun researching a prototype child body. But you must realize our lab cannot provide these bodies free of charge.
Yeah.
And once in physical bodies, the question then becomes how they will live after that.
All right, let's pick this up later. I gotta worry about the brains at World Marshal for now.
Yes. Worry about getting that data first.
So, Doc, what are we gonna do with those brains?
Well, if not...
Besides, well, if they're fake...
Well,
you're missing...
but you...
Yeah.
And...
Well, I gotta...
Yes.
What's up? Okay, don't let your guard...
Right. You have almost reached World Marshal headquarters.
Come on. I did the parry. And again.
Right. You have almost reached World Marshal headquarters. On the overpass. I suggest cutting the road supports. That should bring it down.
I missed the spine.
Enemy ahead, Raiden! Avoid fighting if you can.
Another hand to get. Oh, come on. Really? How did he see me?
Enemy ahead, Raiden! Avoid fighting if you can.
I swear to God, sometimes the stealth doesn't work. Nice. Arm acquired.
товарищ.
Another arm acquired. This is going smoothly. come on!
Unable to speak. A real dog has a far greater intellect.
Nah, I want to do it stealthy, the entire section. Man, it was going so good. What the hell happened? Why? It didn't happen before. Oh man. I guess me acquiring the hand at least auto-saved, so I don't have to do it anymore. If this happens again, I guess this is a scripted encounter with that dog machine. Yep.
Dog LQ-84 Fenrir, unable to speak. A real dog has a far greater intellect.
Alright. It will do. Oh, another Kojima thing.
That's my boy.
Isn't this all a bit much? Any decent lunatic would have quit after Mexico.
Jetstream, Sam.
I heard you chopped the lab director in half. Old habits die hard, eh, Jack? But now here you are, the child soldier, fighting for the children. Please, what do you really expect to accomplish here? Play savior to a bunch of brains? And what? Earn a medal? Think about it, Jack. No matter how many Mexican kids we cut, or Africans we bury, the First World looks away. No one gives a shit. Not the media, not the politicians, certainly not the average Joe. Too busy fretting over money, or sex, religion, fame.
Well, he is right. In a way. So the pivotal cutscene incoming. The one that made me hate the story of this game. Let's see if I like it this time, or at least accept the plot twist.
My sword is a means to an end, to protect those you'd prey on.
Really? Let me ask you, all those cyborgs you've killed up to now, maybe they weren't kids, but they were people. You ever think about them? When you're chopping them into hamburger?
They're adults. They made their choice.
Sure they're adults. Sure they signed up for this. Right on the dotted line of their BMC contract. Usually they're no strangers to war. In fact, many times they already lost a limb or two. Many times they were out of work and starving on the street. So yes, they sign up for surgery to fight God knows where. How else would you provide for your family when your country's embroiled in civil war? Pain receptors shut down, pumped full of fear-inhibiting nanomachines and sent right into the blender? Your blender? But they made their choice, right? Open your eye and see, Raiden.
I've seen plenty.
Then listen. Those battlefield emotions that the nanos suppress. Listen to them.
What are you talking about?
Shh.
There he is! Kill him! Can we take him? What's wrong?
The way he killed all the others? Oh God. Please God, don't let me die.
Let's do this!
This isn't fair.
Little punk!
Listen closely now.
Die!
This life.
I watched my wife and son die. This is all I had left. You ain't shit!
Goddamn IED took my legs. I needed a job.
Stop! I didn't know what I was signing up for.
Is something the matter, Raiden?
I've nearly saved enough to bring Mama to the States.
Finish him off!
Whatever it takes to be free of this torture.
Stop it! What am I even fighting for? And for this? RPG! How did I wind up like this? Fighting for these guys.
You little...
Get off! Moving to America didn't change anything. There's no reason to be here. Bullseye! Just a tool. Used and tossed away. Get off! Bullseye!
Raiden, are you injured?
I thought they had a choice. A fair choice. Not like you.
People are different.
As opposed to AIs? You're all the same, huh? You and your brothers. Manipulating mankind for our own good.
It appears my statement has upset you. I apologize.
No, it's... I know you're right.
As for AIs, we adapt as we learn. Just as any intellect operates, man or machine. Altering the course of mankind is not among my defined directives.
I guess that's a relief.
Samuel's behavior does not match established parameters.
You know him?
Affirmative. We served together on 3 previous missions. He proved most capable.
You think highly of him?
I have always found him dependable. Until now. Scouting data for the next area. I'll patrol ahead. You follow. Raiden, your current emotional state appears highly volatile. I am sure you do not intend to abort the mission, but I suggest you avoid combat for the time being.
Raiden, come in. What is wrong? You knew those cyborgs signed up for this. What's the problem with it now?
Don't you get it, Boris? I thought you of all people might understand. I thought you knew what it means to take a life, the weight of it. Not an easy thing to put into words. What about when the Soviets invaded Afghanistan? You killed dozens of guerrillas.
Duh, because Comrade Brezhnev told me to. Men don't like killing their own kin. Even animals are the same way. But when you really believe in someone or something, sometimes it is the only way. Your cause is just, Raiden. You must remember.
I'm trying, but... Christ. You're right. We've got to free those brains.
Yes. Stay strong, Raiden. Raiden, come in. What is wrong? You knew those cyborgs...
Don't you... I thought not in... What about...
Duh, men, but when you're caught...
I'm trying...
Yes. Raiden? You okay?
Yeah. They knew what they signed up for. Maybe life backed them into a corner, but they knew the risks.
Exactly. A contractor's always balancing those risks against the money he's making. Those cops are no different.
That. And they're actively helping Sundowner and Armstrong with all their shit. Having a bit of regret doesn't make killing kids okay.
Yeah, they had to know they were working for the bad guys. Even if they didn't, it doesn't absolve them of all their crimes.
Yeah, I know, Kev, but...
Raiden?
I don't have time to think about this right now. I need to get back to the mission.
Roger that. Raiden?
Yeah, maybe...
Exactly.
That. Having it...
Yeah, even if...
Yeah.
Raiden? Roger.
Ладно. По крайней мере, это... Несмотря на то, что он столкнулся с тем фактом, что он, ну, все-таки убивает пусть и киборгов, но они же тоже в каком-то смысле люди. Вот. Этот Сэм, этот Джетстрим, или как его там зовут, он попытался заставить это Райдена почувствовать вину за свои действия, но все его враги не знали, под что подписываются. Вот. И учитывая то, чем занимается то, на кого они работают, это разбирать детей на органы, чтобы потом их продавать или превращать в киборгов, это не окей. За такое можно и покарать как следует.
What did Sam do to them?
Well, many cyborg soldiers' emotions are regulated by nanomachine-controlled drug doses and electric stimuli. It sustains the subject's confidence while suppressing fear, anxiety, any emotions detrimental to mission performance, really. I suspect that Desperado also uses it to boost the aggressiveness of their employees. Once, SOP nanomachines were used to control all PMC contractors, not just cyborgs in this way. These days, you can control cyborgs with far more accuracy than ever before. You are connecting directly to their central nervous and control systems, after all.
I know all of that, but how could I hear it?
Emotions can be suppressed in part purely by chemical interaction. This is done by administering dopamine, using beta blockers, cutting off the reabsorption of serotonin. However, emotions are one way in which the brain reacts to the impulses sent from the nervous system. These impulses come in many forms. For example, external information from visual and oral sensors, or input from the somatosensory system and from one's own consciousness. The changes in intraneural balance, denervation potential, and consciousness that result, these things are what we generally refer to as emotion. In recent years, it has become possible to even alter one's consciousness via the right electrical stimuli. However, retaining full balance with this method still proves difficult. The latest research I've seen has been most enlightening. A suppressed set of emotions creates a closed feedback loop within the subject's consciousness. The cut-off consciousness generates its own emotion on some level based on outside stimuli. But there is no way to actually output this emotion.
The cut-off consciousness?
Well, in an intense combat situation, have you ever felt as if what you are experiencing wasn't real? That you are viewing your own actions from some external vantage point?
Yeah, that does happen sometimes.
Most likely, the sensation is rather close to that. The consciousness is inherently separate from the decision-making parts of the brain. Experiments using functional MRI imaging have revealed much about the decision-making process. For example, did you know that the brain has already come to a conclusion 7 seconds before the decision is consciously made? In any case, while attending the Tucson conference, I heard about the most fascinating experiment. Output from the consciousness was separated from that produced by the decision-making brain. If I had to guess, World Marshal has taken such research and put it into full practical use.
That's crazy. What could it possibly be good for?
Well, judging by your current state, I'd say it has proven to be quite a useful psychological weapon. Scientists do not engage in pure research because they think it will necessarily prove useful in the future. They are curious. They want to know more, whether about the brain or elemental particles or any other thing. Locating funding for pure science projects is challenging, no doubt. But the results can form the core of future, more practical technologies. Consider the direct links between the theory of relativity and nuclear weapons, for example.
Let me ask you something else. Were those guys even aware of their own internal voices? If so, what does it do to their conscious mind to hear those things? Does it affect them?
A very good question. It would certainly throw one off, I imagine, saying things you never meant to say. The emotional suppression would keep them from being too shaken by it. But, then again, were you to develop doubts about your field situation, you'd be unable to do your job. So, perhaps not. Then again, some consciousness must be retained in the field to carry out your mission. So perhaps they are not aware of the voices.
So how?
Theoretically, at least, it is quite simple. I imagine that the voice data generated by that part of the brain is run through a reverse phase, before being sent to the oral nerves, that is. Not unlike noise-canceling headphones.
Ah, it'd be easier too, since you're canceling digital wave data instead of air vibrations.
Precisely. How very sharp of you.
I'm a cyborg too, you know. I see how it works. I just hope this inner voice stuff doesn't last forever.
A tad difficult to fight while taking all that in, is it? I could analyze their data streams, find some way to cancel it out on your end. It may not be easy, though. They use the same compound spread spectrum tech we do.
Don't worry. I'll be okay. All I have to do is not pay attention to it. Can't let myself get rattled here. Let me ask you something else. Were those guys even if so?
So, I am at beef.
I'm a don't all I.
Raiden, you appear to be suffering significant mental and emotional confusion. On the surface, you believe your cause for killing cyborgs is just. But deep inside, some part of you does not accept it. Some part of you does not truly believe in your sword of justice. It has lowered your effectiveness in the field.
I know. But if I just throw all that away, I'll...
Do you wish to abort the mission?
No. I'm the only hope those kids have got.
You have an important decision to make, Raiden. And soon. For now, it would be best if you avoided combat altogether.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Raiden, you appear to be suffering significant mental and emotional confusion. On the surface, it has...
I know, but if I...
Do you...
No.
You... For now...
Yeah.
Raiden, are you okay? Sam sure plays dirty.
No, he's right. The cyborgs who signed on with Desperado and World Marshal, most of them had no other choice. No one put a gun to their heads, but they were screwed to begin with. Their contracts worked completely against them.
Still...
I knew all that, but hearing those voices, it hit me hard. I guess I was just kidding myself the whole time.
Still, there's nothing you could have done for them. But those children...
I'll get them back.
Raiden, I just wish I could do more from here.
It's all right, Courtney. Sometimes just having someone to talk to is good enough.
I'm happy to help. I should probably save your data. All right, save complete. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, Raiden out.
Raiden, you okay? All right, save complete. Please be careful, Raiden.
Well, this is it for today. Thank you, Thirsty Ray, for visiting. И спасибо большое всем остальным русскоговорящим, кто посетил стрим или будет смотреть это в записи. And for those who will be watching this on my YouTube channel as a record, I hope you had fun reminiscing about this game with me. And tomorrow we will continue from where we left off. So, be well, be good, be kind, and be happy. And I hope you're leaving my channel feeling a bit more positive about everything around you, because that is the main point of my channel, to bring a bit of goodness and kindness into everyone's lives. So for all English-speaking people who visited the stream or watching this on YouTube, thank you, and have a good day. See you next time. Ну что ж, на этом на сегодня все. Завтра продолжим обязательно Metal Gear Rising. Вроде бы до конца осталось не так уж и долго, если я не ошибаюсь. Завтра мы увидим, как Райден слетит с катушек, и посмотрим, изменю ли я свое мнение касательно сценария этой игры и этого сюжетного хода. Вот спасибо большое всем, кто заходил на стрим и кто смотрит это в записи на ютубе. Надеюсь, вам было приятно вспомнить эту уже относительно старую, но достаточно культовую игру от великих Platinum Games, которые мастера стильных экшен-игр. Как это вы увидели, наверное, по Vanquish, который я недавно перепрошел. И как вы видите сейчас. Потом мы это еще раз заценим в Байонетте при перепрохождении. Вот, а потом я в приватной форме буду проходить Ninja Gaiden 4, где тоже Platinum Games принимает участие совместно с Team Ninja. Так что, доброго вам времени суток, будьте здоровы и будьте счастливы. Приходите в следующий раз. Надеюсь, я поднял настроение и привнес немного позитива в этот холодный день. Ну, по крайней мере, в Екатеринбурге он холодный. Ладно, всего вам доброго и пока-пока.